Okay, so this will be our last one. We just learned that this series 1 plus y squared equals 1 over 1 minus y. That's what we think it sums up to be. So what did 1 plus a half plus a fourth plus an eighth sum up to be? Do you remember?
I think it was 2.
It was 2.
2, okay. And what is y in this situation?
Well, you're multiplying by a half every time.
So y would be a half.
Y would be a half. So this series by this formula here should sum up to be 1 over 1 minus 1 half.
So 1 over a half.
Which is 1 over 1 half.
Which is 2.
Which is?
That would be 2.
Okay. Let your brother talk on the next one. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
How about our series 1 plus a third plus a ninth plus a 27th?
And you're multiplying by 1/3.
Okay. This should be
1 minus
y is what?
y would be 1/3.
Y would be 1/3. So we think this is going to be 1 over 1 minus 1/3. Do you remember what this added up to be?
I think it was 1.5.
Okay. So this was 1.5, and does that equal, or 3 halves?
Well, it would be 1.
Does that equal 1 over 1 minus 1/3?
Well, 1 minus a third is 2/3.
Okay.
So you flip it and you get 3 halves. So it does.
Pretty interesting. And we did this with minus signs too, right?
Yeah.
So we did 1 minus a third plus a ninth plus, minus 1/27th. What is y in this case?
I think it's minus a third this time.
Because you multiplied. You have to look at the second term to look for y.
Okay, so 1 over 1 minus 1/3.
So.
And do you remember what this summed up to be?
It was 3/4, right?
So does 3/4 equal 1 over 1 minus 1/3?
Well, wouldn't that would be 4/3.
On the bottom. Right?
Yeah. So then you flip it
And
you get
3/4.
Yay.
Pretty interesting. It's amazing how simple this gets.
Yeah.
But now, let's look at a few fun ones. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus... Okay, what's y this time?
Y.
1.
So, does this equal 1 over 1 minus 1?
But this is 1 over 0, which is infinity.
Hmm.
I think this does converge to infinity.
Okay. What about 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1?
Multiplying by minus 1.
Okay, so this should be 1 over 1 minus...
Minus 1.
Minus 1.
So,
This is 1 half.
1/2.
1/2.
Wait, this is supposed to equal 0, because you can group them like this, and you get 0. I guess because the outcome... I guess because you can either end on a plus 1 or a minus 1, you have to get in sort of in the middle of them. So,
Now let's look at the series you were writing down as an example. 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 64 plus... Does this equal 1 over 1 minus
It's 4.
4? Which
Well,
is
this is minus 1/3.
minus 1/3. So do you think this sums up to be minus 1/3?
No.
No?
It's like that minus 1/12.
It seems hard to believe.
It's like that minus 1/12 thing.
Huh.
I think that was in the minus 1/12 movie.
Maybe. So we see sometimes when these y's converge to 0, we seem to get answers that actually make sense.
Yeah.
Right, when the terms go to 0.
When they converge to infinity.
When the terms don't, well, when they don't go to 0.
Yeah.
Here we have one, maybe we could understand this. This one's a little strange. But when they don't go to 0, we get things that seem a little bit strange.
Yeah.
A little
Or
bit
a
strange.
lot bit strange.
Or a lot bit strange, or sort of infinitely strange.
Yeah.
Okay? But so this is an interesting piece of mathematics, and this is just all I wanted to do is give you a little bit of an introduction to geometric series, a little bit of arithmetic practice, and then we also got a little bit of algebra practice. And we also got a lot of practice on negatives, right?
Yeah.
Subtracting one thing from another and getting the order right. All right. High five. Good job, guys.